say welcome back to the Kings, Queens, and everything in between to another episode of the Peasant Party Podcast. It's Wednesday, yeah. It's Wednesday, and I'm your host, Charlotte Warren, and to my right is my favorite person in the world. Say what's up and introduce yourself.
My name is Buddy Pearson.
Yes, my fiance is here with me again.
Yeah.
What's new with you?
Got a tattoo today.
It looks really good.
Yeah, I'm pumped.
Yeah. Other new things are in the studio. So I feel like something that's so cool about shooting in studios and any kind of like acting experience I've had as well, separate, is how close the lighting is to you. And you can't see it on camera at all. Good. If anyone has podcasting, media ambitions, or you're trying to do a corporate video or something in Austin, Texas, go to Media Pouch Studios. They're fantastic. They're right downtown. If you want to have, it's super close to any hotel for any like guests that might come through, and you have their own trip going, and you can just it can be an easy 1 hour stop in between sessions or stuff like that. That's how I've gotten really good guests, because it's so easy for guests to come to. So cannot resist talking them up because they're amazing. I've been here for 2 years and we love them. But
I just got a tattoo. That's it. That's all that's new. Weather sucks. I got a new tattoo today. I got it at Easy Cowboy Tattoo.
Who's the artist?
Micah is her name. She was great. And her Instagram handle is Ain't Your Cowgirl.
Nice. And it's a husband-wife team that own the shop?
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Great. Traditional tattoo. Yeah. Ain't Your Cowgirl is her handle, and Easy Cowboy Tattoo is the shop. But yeah, so all my other stuff is fine line that Annabelle did. I love it, but I love like the traditional black and gray. And so I've been looking for someone to do some stuff. I'm going to like fill my leg up from that quote down, and got my first one today. It's like a traditional flash piece that was developed from a old postcard.
Nice.
Yeah.
What does speed mean? Just speed?
It was just added to the design. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people make like different takes on it, but this is like the traditional original one. It's got like the motorcycle like glasses or whatever, but I like it. So it was great. Great experience. Kind of expected it to hurt more because I think the most needles I've ever had on a gun used on me is 3, and then she used 11. So, but it was great.
Nice. Looks good on your calves. You have great calves.
Yeah, I did 4 calf raises today, but it's also naked. I don't have any hair on it.
True. It'll grow back. Don't worry.
Yeah, I hope so.
Hope so. Yeah.
How was your day?
Not bad. Long day at work. Rainy today, but aside from that, pretty good. I'm eagerly awaiting a New York trip we are going on. I have a work trip to New York, but it's a celebratory work trip. So they're taking everyone's partners out to New York as well. So this gentleman gets to join me. We're going out a day early, and we are going to a 3-star Michelin restaurant in New York City. We're very, very excited. Yeah,
it's called Jinguko or something.
Jungsik.
I was close.
It is a Korean restaurant. I'm so excited.
Yeah, it looks great. I'm excited too.
Yes. What else is new? Any random dating relationship hot takes or TikTok-y takes before we go into...
No, but did you see that Livy Dunn got denied buying a condo in New York City yesterday?
Isn't it because she was trying to buy in all cash?
No, so you did see the story.
Yeah.
So she got denied, but I guess those buildings that have like multi-unit whatevers, I guess they have like a board that has to approve people moving in. Yeah. And so she was going to buy the day she was supposed to get her keys is when they voted no. She'd like gone through the whole process. And it was Babe Ruth's condo in New York.
I mean, yeah, influencer money when you're Livy Dunn's going to be...
Well, not just influencer money. I mean, her boyfriend is Paul Skeens. He's one of the best players in baseball right now. But yeah, crazy. Yeah. And then they voted and said no. And she was like, I wonder, she basically said that she thinks it's because they don't want like a public figure, which I could see that. I also think that like the people that own those condos are probably not the people that are like scrolling on TikTok and like are familiar with the fact that it's not just like the dances and the pranks and trends and stuff like that. And they probably just don't want it to become infiltrated with those types of people, and they probably see it as their community. And
for sure.
Yeah,
because I know there's the New York office for the company that I work at, and I talked to a few people who have gone through the buying a co-op process. It is so wild. Like, you would think something like that, it feels so snooty.
Yeah.
Something like that wouldn't exist in New York, which is like, well, we're so open, but it's like the snootiest thing ever. There's some that like they only want people who are married, like people that are, cohabiting just
I
as
would
a couple.
100% expect it to be that snooty and snootier.
Yeah, it definitely, like, when you think about it, you're like, yeah, it would probably be snooty. But it's interesting how snooty it gets. And I'm sure they're just like TikTok influencer. Like, this is a place for doctors and lawyers and people.
Or families, or they just don't want all the media. A lot of those people are probably pretty private people, spend a lot of money to have their own space.
Yeah.
But she was going to buy it $1.5 million cash, I think is what it was. I wonder if you can find tours of it. I bet it's cool.
Oh, I'm sure. And yeah, anything that was Babe Ruth's is going to be pretty cool.
Yeah. There's a conspiracy theory that says Babe Ruth was black.
Really?
At least half black, yeah.
Okay. Where does that come from?
I don't know where it originates from, but I kind of see it. If you look at pictures of him without a hat on, like the texture of his hair, I guess you could see his facial shape. Maybe could be mixed or something. I don't know. It's pretty interesting though. The people that like dive into those types of conspiracy theories are really interesting. I enjoy watching them. I can like steal or straw man anything. I could argue the plus minus side of anything.
Yeah, you can
regardless of what my actual like stance on something is. So I enjoy listening to people talk about that stuff because I think that trying to see how they arrived at that conclusion is pretty interesting with anything. But yeah, I think it's cool.
That is.
Do you like conspiracies?
Depends on the conspiracy, and it depends on how.
There's a pretty popular conspiracy going on right now.
Yeah. Which one? There's a bunch.
The fact that they now say that Epstein killed himself.
Oh, yeah.
And that there was no list.
Sure. I totally. Fucking.
I could argue both sides of that real quick for you. You want to hear it?
Sure. Argue both sides. Why?
I could actually give you like
no
4 takes on this.
Okay, sure. Go for it.
One, the Trump administration is using the client list as leverage against the quote unquote deep state.
Okay.
Because obviously he would have been a part of the deep state. That's one side of it. 2 is that there is a list and there's something to be hidden on that list for some reason. So there's always this thing like the president's not really in control. There's the powers that be that are stopping it. That could be it. I don't think that the reason that they're not putting it out is because Trump is on it. I don't think that that's it. The reason I say that is because
Biden had it.
They would have released it. So that I don't think that. The other one is, and this is the one that is not fun for anybody, is that there really is no client list. That there was a list of people maybe associated with him in all the files.
Yeah.
There's a list of people that were on his plane. But as far as like people that were actually involved in the, I don't know how to say this without getting flagged, the purchasing of the so-called goods that were available for purchase.
Just say the words.
Yeah. So like there might not have been a list of people who actually like partook in the bad stuff.
Yeah.
It might have just been a list of like cohorts.
Well,
like if something happened at Sam and Michelle's house, we would be on the list of people that were there. Doesn't mean that we knew anything about what was going on at their house.
Exactly.
So that's the most likely least fun version.
I've always found that the truth tends to be the least fun thing.
Yeah.
I just do. I also just think, and maybe it's because we're watching too much of The Sopranos. He's watching The Sopranos for the first time. I think if you know you're doing something illegal, you're not going to keep as strategic of a list. I think it may be a thing of who came through, but you're not going to be like keeping a paper trail of who bought what on paper.
Yeah, nobody's getting a receipt. They're making
You're not getting receipts, yeah.
But the thing that I've like rolled my eyes at super hard this morning was somebody was like, it might have even been Rogan that said this, was like, so Ghislaine Maxwell is in prison for like trafficking charges, but there were no customers. Well, no one's saying that there weren't customers. They're just saying there wasn't a list of customers.
Yeah.
I think that's the difference in like the perception of what's going on right now is like nobody's saying it didn't happen.
Yeah.
They're saying there's not a documented list of the people that purchased it.
Exactly. And like they don't have like transactions and SKU numbers for these things. It's going to be very fluid.
They don't have the Square app on their phone.
Like escorting is legal because you're providing an experience, but it's just there's going to be a bunch of quid pro quo implication and shit, all of that, I think, involved.
But yes, I am watching The Sopranos all the way through for the first time.
Yes.
We're on season 3, episode 5, I think.
Yes. Any thoughts on that when it comes to dating and relationships? I think that we can try to segue.
Not really. As far as The Sopranos itself goes, I mean...
We are at the point where Tony is not very happy that Meadow is dating an African-American young man she met at college.
Also, they picked the worst black guy ever.
Yes.
He's a prick. I'm not going to say he's not black because that is very offensive. That's not what I meant.
He is black,
but like they very clearly chose a very white presenting mixed guy who's also a dickhead.
Yeah,
like they could have picked a black guy that was like, I felt like that character would have been better as a black guy who was nice and courteous.
Yeah,
that would have made the Soprano family look worse when they were mean to him.
Yeah.
But like when he's a jerk, then it's like, well, it's not okay to be racist to him, but he is like, I can see why the dad wouldn't like him for other reasons.
Yeah. At the risk of sounding terrible and racist, like that is a character that like makes people almost racist because he's that terrible. Like he's like Noah.
It doesn't make people racist. No. I don't like using the R word like that.
And that was a joke.
It doesn't make people think that he's less than them because of the color of his skin, which is what racist means. It makes them not like him.
Yeah.
And they have the only black character in the show, essentially. They're like framing it so that you don't like him. And maybe that was done intentionally so that you do side with Tony. I don't know. I'm not a screenwriter.
Yeah. I mean, it's also just like 18-year-old kids are pretentious. Like that's when if someone's already
especially
pretentious
at wherever
and annoying,
she's at school, Columbia,
it's very silly. He's just an annoying character.
Yeah, you want to know something I'll admit to you about TV shows? I don't know any of their names. I know Tony. I know Meadow.
Carmela. AJ. The wife's Carmela. AJ's the son. Robert Eileri's AJ.
Yeah,
Anthony
I would have.
Jr.
I would have eventually came up with AJ and Carmela probably. His mom's name, no clue.
Livia.
Sure. His sister's name,
Janice.
no clue.
For whatever, you know who Big Pussy is?
Yeah, but like for whatever reason, like I don't do that very well when it comes to like names and TV shows. Well, once I'm done, maybe like I could name the people that were in like Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
but I couldn't tell you. Like, do you know what Dexter's sister's name is?
Deb.
Yeah, I guess. But like I wouldn't have.
I'm good at names.
But I wouldn't have had that off the top. I'm good with like people in real life's names. I mean, from coaching, I could name off all 24 of my White House kids right now.
Nice. Don't, they're kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's one complaint that people have, like when they're like, I can never get into The Sopranos because they're like all the characters look the same, their names are all basically the same thing because it's like they're trying to make it authentic, but like, yeah, the characters look similar. Yeah, they sound similar.
On the flip side of that, I think that's why people have a hard time with Game of Thrones. Mm-hmm. Because they can't associate the names with anything. There's no Smiths or Warrens or anything. It's Targaryen, Lannister, whatever. I think that the names are hard for people.
Definitely.
But if you want to relate that to dating, I would say that I think that a good way to like spend time with a significant other is to like watch a series like that together, and it gives you something that you can talk about.
Yes. Even shows that maybe you didn't want to watch, because I kind of forced you to watch this show.
Yeah, I don't. And to be honest, I don't love it. I think it's fine.
Yeah, I think your tune will change as we go on, just as a person who's watched it through.
I've watched half of it.
Okay, well, I do think though,
if you have to get halfway into anything in life to know if you like it or not, it's probably too much.
Yeah, I feel like just like everyone should like watch The Citizen Kane. Like I feel like The Sopranos. Like I haven't seen The Wire all the way through. I think that should be next for us. I want to see Mr. Robot too. Everyone says that's good.
Yeah, we were just talking about that the other day.
Yeah. But just see the shows so that you know, because people reference them a lot.
I don't even care for that. you've watched enough stuff that I want to watch that I felt like it was fair to give you this. So
Fair. All right. Well, tell me, is this a true or false opinion, or do you agree, disagree? This was
give me the
posted
Cliff
to the
Notes version.
dating advice sub. Are you single is the best way to convey interest. And they elaborate by saying, if it's a short engagement, it gets straight to the point, it gives you an easy out and expresses interest. Of course, it's good to follow up with something interesting or complimentary, but even just, can I get your number sometime is fine. Anyway, if you feel chemistry in a conversation, it's easy and effective at getting to the point and can have an easy follow-up. Do you agree or disagree?
Disagree. It should be the second thing you say.
What's the first thing you should say?
Depends on the person, the situation. You have to have an icebreaker followed by, are you single, or could I get your number? Whatever.
Yeah.
If you just say, like, can I get your number? I think if a girl, or are you single, either one, I think that's probably interchangeable in their scenario. If a girl says that to a guy, the answer is going to be a lot different than if a guy says that to a girl. If a guy comes up to a girl at a bar, walking down the street, whatever, and says something like that, they're going to get turned away immediately. It doesn't matter if they're attractive. It doesn't matter if they're that person's type. It doesn't matter. It's not going to go well. Girls want to be, like, schmoozed a little bit. They want to be complimented usually. They also, I think it feels a little cheap. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just like, oh, no one else has scooped you up yet. Like, I guess it's my turn. And I think this one comes from a man. So
Yeah.
or it comes from someone who's dating women. So maybe it's a lovely lesbian. I don't know.
Yeah. I think that it's okay for a girl to approach that way because a guy just not going to care. But I would say that no, a guy shouldn't start off with that.
Yeah.
I think a statement or a question, allow them to respond. It can be the second thing you say. I don't think that's a bad way to go.
Yeah. I think it depends on depends on context. I think
if you walk up to someone and go, like, I love your Beartooth shirt. I go, oh, thanks. I just saw him in concert a couple weeks ago. Like, awesome. I'm into that music also. Like, can I get your number? That would be an easy way to do it.
yeah.
If you just walk up to a stranger and go, can I have your phone number? They're going to be like, you're an axe murderer.
Yeah. Well, they're saying the question that you should be doing is saying, are you single?
Yeah, well, I mean, same thing. Are you single?
It's
Every girl's going to say no.
yeah, like it's
They could not have been on a date in 4 years, and if that's the first thing out of your mouth, every girl's going to say no.
yeah.
Leave
And
me
I
alone.
think because I think like this also just I think we're assuming that we're talking about like a totally cold approach, like someone at a grocery store or something like that. I don't know how broad this person thinks this statement is, but like if you're talking anything beyond like you're out at a bar and like, hey, what's up? Like, you have some sort of like, I don't know, weird little like in line to one another, and then hey, by the way, are you single? Like that's one thing, but like for pretty much like any other situation, you meet somebody at like a gathering, whatever, like, are you single? It's like that can sometimes be like an innocuous question. I guess like, are you single versus like, oh, do you have like a significant other, or two different things.
I think those are equally going to get you shut down. I think the way to ask that, if it is your cold open, like you're at a bar, you see a girl ordering a drink, and you walk up next to her to order a drink, and you go, hey, my name's so-and-so. Are you here with anybody?
Are you here? Are you here with anybody? I think is way better.
Yeah, it sounds more like what they're trying to figure out. Like, are
Yeah.
you available for this to go further than this single statement?
Yeah, and I also think like, because single, like, I think the Sammy Adams song, like, single doesn't mean you're looking for somebody, but like I think
No clue what you just said.
single doesn't mean you're looking for somebody. Huh?
Never heard it.
Okay, well, I hate college but love all the parties, but like I think it just kind of puts the onus on someone where it's like, sometimes single people don't want to be bothered. I don't know, but I think, are you here with anyone in a social environment, I think is great, because I think it doesn't make it like, about anything beyond the experience you're at right now. And yeah, like I
I
don't
also
know.
think always lead with your name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or compliment. Name or compliment. You gotta say something first.
What's a good, not too sexual or creepy compliment that you would recommend?
Me and Annabelle talked about this on the episode when you were sick. I think I think Annabelle said you smell nice is a good one. Compliment their smell. Don't say you smell good because you say your food smells good. So they might think you want to eat them. I don't think that's a good one.
Okay.
I think that that's a compliment girls like to hear, but when you think about like a complete stranger saying it, I don't think that that's something that like a complete stranger. I think complimenting something small that makes like, I think this is why girls don't understand why this stuff is hard for guys. It's because a guy can't just go up to a girl and say anything because certain things are like, I really like your top. What?
Yeah.
Like if a guy walked up to you in Whole Foods and goes, really like that top. You'd be like,
Yeah.
what do you like about it?
It's also like
That's if I was a girl and I was wearing what you're wearing and a guy comes up to me and goes, I really like that outfit. You go, oh, what do you like about it?
yeah, like or
They're
even
like, I was just trying to say something nice before I ask if you're single. So like, I think you have to find something like if I was walking up to you in Whole Foods, I'd be like, hey, do you know where the so-and-so is?
yeah.
Easy. Or, hey, did you drop this in the parking lot? So like literally anything that just like gets you talking to somebody first.
And
Like,
they'll take the bait.
yeah, it just depends. Like if I were to approach me, like because it's situational. If I was, you could talk about my hat. You could talk about my shirt. You could ask, hey, do you work out in those shoes? Do you like to run in those shoes? Are those comfortable? I was looking at a pair of those. Like there's so many different things. You see someone wearing a watch. Hey, do you have the time? Like, you know what I mean? Like there's so many different things. It just takes being creative, which I think is one of the reasons that women get so frustrated with men is because they feel like a lot of men are lazy. I don't think it's that men are, well, I mean, a lot of people are lazy. I don't think it's gender specific, but I think it's more so that they just don't know what to say because like they could probably list 5 compliments, but some of them are like, you have really pretty eyes. I would never walk up to a woman and say that.
Yeah.
Ever. You have really pretty eyes.
Yeah.
I like the way your boobs look.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like you can't just say what you're thinking, even if it is true or it is a compliment. So I think it's like hard for guys to choose. So I think like picking a small thing, if you're in like a store or shopping or something, if you're walking down the street and you see them in public, like, do you know where so-and-so is? Or do you know which way 5th Street is or whatever? I think something like that like almost like empowers them to help you. Maybe makes you feel disarmed, like you're not a threat because you're asking for help. And allows them to like actually interact with you. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I agree. And I think, yeah, when it comes to compliments, like one thing that I forget who it was that told me, but this is for anybody, is just like compliment things that are choices, like complimenting someone's eyes or like being like, oh, I like your hair or some physical feature. It's like, that's what can come off as creepy. But like if you pick something that's a choice, like people chose a shirt or something like that. And then also just like, it's obviously up to discretion and awareness, but like something worth complimenting. Like if someone complimented, it was like, if a guy went out of his way to say like, I really like this shirt, it's kind of a plain shirt. It would kind of be like, what do you mean? But like, if it was, I don't know, some band t-shirt or some sort of like.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You should be able to back it up.
Yes.
Even though they're probably not going to ask, you should be able to back it up. Like if someone asked, like told me like, oh, I like your shirt. Oh, do you listen to their music? Oh, no. Is it a band? But at least now you're talking.
Yeah, now you're talking. And also like if you weren't interested in talking to that person, you wouldn't be like, what do you like about it? You would be like, thanks.
Yeah.
Turn the other way. But like, yeah. I don't know. But that was a
that's a hard one. I think that's one where like it totally depends on your place and setting.
Yeah. Exactly. And I know last time we chatted, you talked about how the whole idea of the spark is just kind of like bleh to you. You don't really care. You don't agree with it.
I don't think it exists.
The spark doesn't exist. Okay.
Not like in like the way that people use it, like saying, I didn't feel a spark on my first date, so I'm not going to go on a second date. Like a lot of times you have to build to that. A lot of people are nervous. You don't a lot of times get the best version of someone on the first time that you meet them.
Yes. Well,
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, then with that in mind, let's help someone who might be having a similar issue and we'll like unpack it and stuff. And they put, dating someone who's just all right. I've been dating for 3 years, haven't met anyone I can remotely settle down with. Almost every guy I've dated either ghosted, cheated, or was emotionally unavailable. Finally met someone. 34 male, I'm female 30, and we've been dating for 4 weeks. This man, we'll call him A, is an incredible guy. He's emotionally available, kind, engaging. He texts back, LOL. He likes me and has shared interests. I like him too, but I don't feel the buzz or like we have much of a truly emotional connection. However, he does seem to be really interested in a way I haven't experienced before. I do like that, but where I pause is the lack of buzz, which I can't explain in any concrete terms. I just know it when I feel it. Being with A feels all right. Sex is all right. Talking on the phone is all right. When we hang out, it's just all right. There is no fuzzy feeling or this buzz when we are together, but he treats me so right. I want to stress as well. I want to treat him right too. I'm just as engaged and showing interest, trying to be my best self and make sure he's engaged too, but there's no buzz.
So I think that in those situations like that like, if not feeling something special is, I think, different than there being like an exciting spark in the beginning. Mm-hmm. Like you should feel like this is someone that you want to be with. You shouldn't just be going through the motions. An analogy I would use is there can be an objectively very good restaurant that you don't like.
Yes.
Like there, you can go somewhere and go like, this place is like we could go to that dinner in New York. It is a 3-star Michelin restaurant in the biggest city in our country. And we could go, it was just fine. That doesn't mean that it's not good to everyone else. That doesn't mean that they didn't do everything right. It just might not be for us. Mm-hmm. I used to say this about scotch. When I ran the bar at the restaurant, I would try peaty scotches and I would go, this is horrible. We'll order it. Because for people that like this thing, it's amazing. I hate it. Mm-hmm. So I think that like in that person's situation, that girl's situation, like if you don't feel like it's special and they're not someone you want to be with and you're staying because they treat you well, you should probably just be done with it. But I do think there's this thing that happens where girls like create this dream, like knight in shining armor, like perfect Prince Charming in their head. And I don't think that exists.
No, it's not. Build-A-Bear Workshop does not exist. Build-A-Boyfriend Workshop does not exist.
Or girlfriend. It works both ways. But I do think that men are a little more realistic.
Yeah.
Than women.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's fair. I don't think that that's me being biased because I am a man. I think men are a little bit more realistic about like the real world. I think women go like I mean the trope is like, 6 foot, 6 figures, blah 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 blah, all that kind of stuff. And I think that like every woman has this like, this is what I want to settle down with. I want it to be exciting. I want it to be fun. I want him to be able to cook. I want him to want to watch all my Love Island with me. I want him to dress well. I want him to, everything in the world. When in reality, like those things or those situations where they check every box every time, there's a spark, it's super exciting always, and they're perfect, exactly what you want, are so rare in the world. I mean, like, I don't mean this to sound like people make concessions, but like, you could have dated in Austin forever and you would have never found me because I wasn't in Austin.
Yeah.
So like, no matter how long you dated in Austin, not to say you wouldn't have found someone that would make you happy, but you wouldn't have found me. Mm-hmm. I could have dated in Tennessee forever. I wouldn't have found you. Like, I was willing to step out of what I was doing. I was willing to look for something different, which just meant someone outside, and we weren't really looking, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I think sometimes you have to step back from this like picturesque thing that you've built for yourself. And he sounds like a great guy. I would say that you should break up with him and tell him that he's amazing, but you just don't feel like that he's the one for you and that he's amazing, and you're letting him go so that he can be with someone who does get that feeling with him, so that his effort and his amazingness is appreciated by the right person. Because she's going to find excitement that she seems to be looking for somewhere else in her life. Drugs, alcohol, some sort of obsession, cheating, something. She's going to find it somewhere.
Yeah. No, I agree. So I think she had two kind of like layered questions in there. Was, she had kind of a larger like, what should I do with this specific guy? But then she did kind of conclude with saying, is this lack of spark, Is this because I'm the problem? Is it because I'm, anxious and chasing emotionally unavailable people? Like all these people that I get the spark with have ghosted me. Is my spark the problem? And of course, this comes from Reddit. So this is, there's a lot of people are very debating each other in the comments. It's in the Dating Over 30 subreddit, which I find very entertaining and interesting to read. But it's so interesting because like, I think the biggest comment that I agree with most is like, I think there's a thing where two things can be true because there is, like for some people, that spark is that feeling of like, when are they going to call me next? Because they're not calling you. But at the same time, like there is sort of this baseline feeling that you can't really explain that you kind of have to just have something work.
Yeah,
and
but
if you
I think
don't feel it.
I
You don't
think
feel
that
it.
what she's saying is like actually very often. I think it's a big contributor to why a lot of women are unhappy in the dating world, is because I think that there's this like idea that it should be so exciting and it should feel like fireworks every time you see someone. I don't think that's a good thing. I've made videos about this before. I actually think that finding someone who feels like peace is so much better than finding someone who feels like fireworks every day.
Yeah. And
Because like fireworks are not great every day.
no, you don't want fireworks every. And that's what I was going to say is like, there is a point where it's like, it should feel like boring is good and for a lot of things.
Do you remember us having that conversation?
Yes.
Very early in our dating, I'll speak to the camera because she already knows this, but I said to her, because when I was coming to Austin 3 to 4 weeks at a time, or every 3 to 4 weeks, excuse me, this bubbly water makes me burp. We would do like the most fun things. We'd go to the comedy club. We'd go to a concert. We would go to a party. We would go out of town for the weekend. And we had made an event around every time that we hung out. And I said to her, like, I want to just like hang out at the house. I love all the things that we do, but like, we don't get time to just like be lazy together. And I want to like, you can have fun with people and do exciting things with anybody. Mm-hmm. It's like, who can you sit on the couch with and watch Sopranos? Or who can you go make a grocery store run at 10 o'clock at night to make a peach dump cake? Like, I think that the difference is that some people's whole life is all about trying to have fun. They think about having fun with their friend group. They think about what they're going to do. They're going to have a drink with this, and they're going to go to brunch, and they're going to party. And it's all about trying to like chase this dopamine, this high, this rush, that they want that in their relationship too, because they want it in everything they do. Like they want a new car. They want a new tattoo. They want a new this. They want like all these like little dopamine hits in every aspect of their life all the time. I think that when you think about what you want forever, do you want the person that's always fireworks? Maybe. And like, I think that you can be with someone who's funny and makes you laugh and you're silly with, but like that craziness, that excitement, like that person's going to be 80 one day.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how that ages. You know what I mean? But like good communication and someone that cares about you and asks how your day was and takes care of you and wants to be and spend time with you and just you, like those things don't age. Those things can happen for forever. So I think that sometimes that spark, that fireworks is like a little overrated.
Yeah. I do think like there is something to be said for like the anxiety that comes with like, does this person even like me or not? Like the thrill of the chase. Like there are some people where that is what attracts you to people. And usually like the idea or people that are not showing you interest or keeping you guessing, like a lot of times it's because they're not into you. And it's like you're chasing someone who's not into you. Like, I don't know. I feel like.
Agreed. Well, they are, but just not as much as you are.
Yeah. And I feel like, what's it, like Sex in the City? I feel like that has kind of shown an unrealistic picture of how those sort of things play out, where it was like Carrie was chasing the one guy, like Mr. Big, forever. And he just like, he went and married other people. He like would go and hang out with everyone but her. He didn't want to be seen in public with her. And then he eventually married her after leaving, like standing her up at the altar, basically. And I think there's some reason like she had great guys who would be interested in her that she would just drop them like at the drop of a hat for this guy who just wasn't interested in her forever.
Yeah. I wonder how much of an effect things like Love Island and The Bachelor have on the way that women feel like that, though. Because like a lot of those shows make all these like short-term fake relationships seem so exciting.
Oh, for sure. I think like influencer culture in general does.
Well, that for sure
because
does.
like keeping up with the Joneses, that used to mean like, oh, I'm envious of my coworker's vacation. My next door neighbor got a new TV. Like, generally speaking, people in the same socioeconomic class as you, like, they're not making that much more, they're not making that much less. Nowadays, keeping up with the Joneses is like whoever you see on TikTok. Like, you've got like your NFL wags who are like posting their engagements and stuff like that. And in the comments, it's like, if he wanted to, he would. It's like, no, because he's not Josh Allen and taking Haley Steinfeld to get married with like the most expensive wedding coordinator in the entire world.
Yeah.
Like, and so I think it's just because people are more aware of what is possible. They want it, even though it's extremely unlikely. Like, back in the day, it was just what celebrities did in their personal life was a big mystery.
Yeah, I think it's a weird thing because like these days, like you can carry the same Stanley Cup as your favorite celebrity. You carry most likely the same phone as Josh Allen or Haley Steinfeld, and like you use the same apps as them. Save up some money, you can go eat at the same restaurant as them. Like, so I think that our society is in this like weird place where like we feel like we're really a lot closer to those people than we really are. But like those NFL players, some of those quarterbacks will take a $3 million pay cut so that they can keep a receiver on their team. A $3 million pay cut.
Yeah. It's a lot of money.
A year.
Yeah. But like
you forget, like, I think not you, but I think that like people forget when they like are comparing themselves to these people. Like, if you're comparing your wedding, your engagement to Josh Allen and Haley Steinberger or whatever her name is, that he makes his last contract is like $380 million or whatever it is. I don't know the number, but you're probably never going to make that.
Nope.
Not unless you get hit by a Walmart truck. Like, yeah. You're probably not going to make.
And the Walmart trucks are welcome to hit me. I'll be in a wheelchair for life for that. But keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, but like you're really a lot farther away from those people than it feels because you can see them on social media. I think back in the day, I think that's why a lot of people feel like so comfortable to like be rude to celebrities these days, because they don't feel like they're out of touch. Because like back in the day, no one knew what Babe Ruth had for breakfast. But like Sydney Sweeney's posting her entire trip to wherever she's at this week on her Instagram with like food pictures, just like you take food pictures.
She's just like me.
Yeah.
We're twins.
But I think that we like feel a lot closer to people than we really are. And so it makes you compare. And I think a lot of times like what you want isn't necessarily what you want. It's what you're told that you should want, or what you've told that people should want. And then you really have to think about like what you actually want. Like, proposals are good. Like your proposal should feel personal to both of you. And I think that women should give men a lot of grace in that, because they are about to do like the hardest thing they've ever done, the biggest step in their life. And it's something that 99% of women cannot imagine the stress and weight of that, And so like, I think that you have to remember that like when it comes to your wedding, when it comes to your engagement, when it comes to asking someone out, when it comes to your date, you should really like look at yourself in your life and like, what am I, like, what sphere am I really in? Yeah.
Like be realistic. Cause like, I think it's just seeing these fancy dates that, on TikTok, all the influencers, all the restaurants they're going to. And then it's like, I only do dinner dates. Like, what do you mean a drinks date or a coffee date? It's like, well, that's kind of what's in the price range for the average American male.
What do you think is a normal amount of dates in a month for a single girl who is actively dating and looking for a relationship to go on?
I think, it depends how well some of those dates go. Because I think if you like someone...
First dates.
I think for even just like bandwidth purposes, once a week.
Okay, so it's 4.
4.
Okay.
Like, assuming you're busy too and you have a life too, it's like, don't make dating your personality. Don't.
Right. But like if a guy spends $20 on a coffee date 4 times, it's $80 a month that he's spending on dating that the girl doesn't have to spend. If we go to Bluefin Tuna, we usually spend about $120 there. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's $500 a month that guy is spending on dates.
And we're not like 22-year-olds with like recent grad salaries either, too.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. So like when you think about that kind of stuff, I think it's like, I just think people need to be a lot more understanding and remember that when you are dating and when you're looking for a relationship, you should remember that it's two people.
Yeah.
A lot of times I think people get caught up in like the me of it. Like, what do I want? But like, I do a lot of stuff that I don't want to do because I'm in a relationship with somebody that I care about. But I care about you more than I care about whatever that thing is.
Yeah.
And so I would say 9 times out of 10, I don't even express that I don't want it. I just do it because it's going to make you happy and it's not that big of a deal. And I'm in a relationship, which literally is two people or different people like interacting together. So like, I think sometimes you have to remember if you're a guy that like you have to take into what of account, like you may not want to do a coffee date, but the girl that you really want to go on a date with wants to do a little bit more, so maybe you do a little bit more. Or you may not want to go, I don't know, watch a chick flick, but she really wants to see it, so you go do that. Like, not everything has to be solely about you.
What's the thing that like you kept a straight face that you absolutely hated doing with me just because you knew I would like it?
I mean, any of the museum bullshit you make me do.
Oh, yeah, he hates museums.
They're so stupid. I think those kind of things, it's never anything like crazy, but like, you know.
Yeah.
It's also just like, what really is that big of a deal?
Exactly.
Like I had expressed plans to you about what I thought would be cool to do for my birthday. And you texted me today and said that they were bringing up something about work that was going to be like a work event, social work event that was going to be on my birthday. I was like, yeah, that's fine. I would rather do the thing that I had suggested, but also I could do that another day. It doesn't have to be on my birthday that I do it. I can do it another day, and we can't do the thing with your work another day. So we do the thing with your work, and then we'll find time to do the other thing. Like, it's just, those kind of things just aren't that big of a deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think sometimes people make those things a big deal, but I think also maybe they do that because they don't feel valued sometimes. So like whenever they do express something, or I think some people have a hard time giving because they don't feel like they get, if that makes sense. They have a hard time being on, like they feel like the...
Do you have an example that relates to people in early dating stages?
I mean, even coffee dates versus dinner dates. Like if you met someone and they want a coffee date and you want a dinner date, but you really are like interested in this person, they really seem great. Do you really give a shit if you go have coffee or go to a nice dinner? If you really like them, you're probably going to see them again. Just do the thing that makes them more comfortable, makes more sense anyway. You know what I mean? Like, you're probably going to have a cup of coffee together eventually anyway. You're probably going to go on a nice dinner anyway. But if you say no to the coffee date, you're never going to have the nice dinner.
That's true.
With someone that you care, like that you care to learn about, that seems interesting, that you're attracted to, that seems fun, that you're excited about. You're going to say no to a potential forever because you don't want to have coffee. Like that one just blows my mind.
Yeah.
But I think that's an easy one. Like, is anything really that big of a deal? Like,
no.
But you know what I mean?
Like, yeah, like it's. I think people should just be flexible, like,
and be silent about it.
Just roll with the punches. I don't want to say be silent.
No, to be silent. Swallow it.
Okay.
If you're in a relationship, if you're working on a relationship, if you're wanting to be in a relationship with somebody else, that person gets an opinion too. And if every time that you don't see perfectly eye to eye with them, you let them know, that's not compromising. Yeah, because now you're making them feel bad for wanting the thing that they want. And as long as it's a give and take, Who cares? You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. I've never understood that.
Yeah. Well,
I just don't think it's necessary to like let them know. I think you should just sometimes just swallow it and not bring it up. I would have never said anything about your work thing on my birthday if it wasn't for us like it coming up.
no, absolutely.
I just would have went because it's not that big a deal. And Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, I'm gonna have another birthday next year.
40.
Zilker Park is open every day.
True, but I want you today to feel special.
Yeah, but I don't care. That's the thing. If I don't care, and we're celebrating my birthday in New York, so but that's the give and take. You're doing something really nice for me for my birthday, not on my birthday. Then you asked what I wanted to do on my birthday. Something work related came up. Let's do that. We've already done something for me. You've already given. If you think about like a bank account, you already gave to the bank account that is my birthday. So I don't need, like, I can withdraw from that. I take it. I'm not like, if it wasn't for that, I'd be like, well, I'm compromising for my birthday. Well, I don't care. You've already treated me. I've already been made to feel special about my birthday. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like, I don't know. I just think that people get so self-involved when like it's really not that big of a deal. And I think that, and this is like probably going to come across a little mean, but I think that if you feel that strongly that you need to be celebrated on your birthday and the world needs to stop for your birthday week, your birthday, all that, you should probably look into why you feel that way.
Yeah. What's your hot take on birthday month person who's like, it's my birthday month?
I don't acknowledge that. I don't believe in that. I won't succumb to that.
Mm-hmm. What do you think of people who behave that way?
I don't willingly like. I don't think that those are like people that are my people.
If on May 1st I was like, it's my birthday month, what would you do?
I'm like, congratulations, I'll see you on the 18th.
I can't stand birthday month people.
But I also do stuff for you like all birthday month too, though. Like I make sure that I actually thought about this the other day. Like I'm going to have a hard time like upping your birthday because we've kind of had your birthday's kind of been a knockdown drag out the last like I've kind of knocked it out of the park the last 3 years.
You kind of have. And I think, I mean, yeah, like if we're going to run out of money very quickly if we keep trying to outdo ourselves.
I think there's, I'm just going to give you 3 framed pictures of what we did your last 3 birthdays for your birthday.
I think that's not what it's about. It's about making the person feel special. Like there are ways that I can make you feel special that cost me nothing at all. And
yeah, I mean, I think that's important too. It's just like, that's the thing with like the birthday month and like, I think that's another like social media thing. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm sure I'm not going to say that like I don't like people that do that because I'm sure we have a friend or multiple that are those people. But I think a lot of times that kind of like need for people to like put you on a pedestal like that feels like maybe you didn't get it when you were younger. Maybe you didn't, for some reason you need that. Mm-hmm. And when it comes to people's birthdays and stuff like that, like our friend group we would have a closet full of costumes if I didn't throw them away. Mm-hmm. Like we do costume party, birthday party for everybody's birthday, everything. And I think it's great because I love all of our friends and I want to celebrate them. And like, do I want to wear a Colonel Mustard costume? Absolutely not. Do I want to dress up every time someone was born? Absolutely not. I actually hate it, to be honest with you. But it's not my day. Mm-mm. And I love those people more than I hate dressing up in those costumes, so I will do it. It's a compromise.
Yes. I agree.
And in return, I just want them to leave me alone on my birthday.
Yeah, I mean, I can make sure people do that. I'll do a few final little questions and takes and see what you think.
Okay.
All right, this is a gentleman who says she wore the same outfit on both dates. Apparently, she wore the same outfit on both dates, according to this, and she also had that same outfit in her Hinge profile. And so,
so that means that she likes you and she feels confident in that outfit. It's something that she feels like makes her look good. It makes her feel confident. And if you're a man and you're writing those things on Reddit, maybe you should change Reddits and look for. I'll stop what I was going to say. Maybe you have problems.
Yeah.
I have no idea how many times you've worn that skirt or that top. That's
Fair.
a stupid. women think about that stuff, about like if they can like be photographed in the same shirt and stuff like that, and like you've worn outfits and we didn't take a picture at dinner, you're like, oh, I can wear that again to another dinner because I didn't take a picture in it.
Thing, yeah.
Women do that. If you're a guy and you do that, I will 100% make fun of you.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. If you're a guy and you worry about that, especially if one of my guy friends is like, oh, I can't wear this shirt and pants because I already wore it to dinner and we posted a picture in it, I would have a lot of names to call them.
A lot of yesterday words.
Tomorrow words, next month words, all the words.
All of the words.
And my friends that are listening to this could probably select them all from a drop-down menu. But it's so stupid. I think it's stupid for women to think about that. But I think that women feel like, I think the only reason that women feel like that is because they feel like other women are going to judge them for having the same outfit.
Well, in this case, it's a man. So what would you tell this man?
I just told you I'd tell him.
No, it's fair.
Yeah, he's a loser.
Fucking weird.
I couldn't tell you what you wore I have no clue what you wore on a first date.
I don't remember.
I have no clue what you wore on a second date. When was the last time we went on a date? Like out to dinner.
Definitely on my birthday. Like with a reservation.
The only reason I know what you wore when we went to dinner with Mike and Lauren and Dom is because you bought it that day.
Oh yeah, that would be the Texas dress.
Yeah, but that's the only reason I know is because I was there when you bought it that day. Mm-hmm. But like, I know some of the dresses that you have, but I couldn't tell you like when you wore them or if you've worn them twice. Like, that's such a stupid thing. How did someone make you feel? Did you enjoy yourself with her? On that second date, were you not listening? Were you not paying attention? Were you just focused on the fact that she repeated an outfit? You freaking loser. Go home to Loserville, you freaking loser. You have no friends. The reason you're single is because you pay attention to dumb stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree.
Idiot.
After the first date, I was assigned to read the Love Languages book and told to come.
Not doing it. We're breaking up. We're not talking. Not doing none of that dumb shit. Not doing an Enneagram. I don't care if you're a left wing 7, 5, 9. No, don't make people do personality tests. If you can't judge their character, you should work on being a better judge of character.
Yeah, I think this is one of the reasons why I liked you so early on is because I think I've shared this before. I think the Myers-Briggs is a lie. I think everyone is an ambivert. And when people are like, what's your personality? I'm like, I'm an STFU. I requested days off work on days where it was Myers-Briggs Day because I think it's that fucking stupid. And all of the other things, the Strength Finder and the pentagram test and I think astrology.
Pentagram? The Enneagram?
Yeah, that one.
Enneagram?
But but going back to the book thing, I've had people who have like gone on dates and like because it's women dating men. The guy gives them like a book assignment. It's like, have you read this? Like, you should read it. Like I'm going to give you a book and come back to the date. Like, I'll Amazon it to your house. And like, sometimes it's more of like these like growth mindset, performative type guys.
Yeah, sure. But that is their whole personality.
Exactly. What do you think of people who just like use the phrase like growth mindset as it is like a lot?
I think a lot of times those people, it helped them. And it probably played a big role in their life. Mm-hmm. And so they want to like share something that helped them. Mm-hmm. I think that's how like a lot of people who have been through like recovery, they tend to talk about it more. Mm-hmm. People who are Christian talk about it more. People who do CrossFit talk about it. People who are vegan. Like I think a lot of people like there's like these landmark pillars of them. And that's like something that they feel comfortable like kind of basing their personality around. Whether it be whatever of those things. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I'm not reading a book. I think that there's a way to go like, have you read the Book of Five Rings? And you'd be like, oh no, I haven't read that book. I'm like, oh my God, it's great. I'll have it sent to your house, Amazon, like $8, whatever. You'll love it. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say like read it before our next date. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. But yeah, no, I'm not doing none of that shit. We literally talked about that on the way here. Did you find that after we had this conversation?
Yeah.
I had a job that I worked for a fucking loser. I worked for a fucking loser and he asked us to do the Enneagram test, and this is like really early in working for him. And I was like, I don't want to do this. I'm not doing this. This is so stupid. He's like, it's not stupid. My whole family did it, and I'm a whatever.
Like 4 corners of the
and listen,
square and 7 years ago.
If it helps you, good for you. Mm-hmm. Let it help you. Why do you have to tell other people? That's my thing. And maybe I'm being a hypocrite, and please tell me if I am. I don't think there's anything that I do that I push to other people.
No.
I have a lot of like things that I'm pretty like consistent about that I like. I don't push it at people.
No, you don't push anything.
No.
You just are.
It helps me. Those things help me. They had an impact on me, whatever it is. Like, for instance, I love the Rogan podcast.
Yes.
I've listened to every episode. I started in 2008 when he started.
Yeah.
And I've listened to every episode. And for like the first 6 years, I didn't even tell people I listened.
Because podcasts weren't a thing people did.
Yeah, but also like it was my thing.
Yeah.
Now it's like the biggest thing in the world. So, you know, I don't mind talking about it or like saying I heard this on this or whatever. But like, it's helped me in a lot of ways. I don't tell people that they should listen to it though.
No.
I don't like books, whatever.
You said like, you might find this episode interesting, but it's like very like, you might find like 10 feet away, like this person was on Rogan. I think you might find it interesting.
Yeah. Well, but the most recent one was because it was a mob guy.
Yep.
He was, or a FBI guy.
A few different guests, but it's very like, if you're interested, it's right here.
Because the guest is someone that's in your sphere.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't understand like all those like dating things. To me, it's like if you believe in that thing more than you believe in your ability to assess someone, you have a problem.
I agree.
You should work on your like people skills. Because I can sniff out a bullshitter a mile away.
What's the biggest sign?
Everybody's different. But I feel like you can feel like when something's performative.
Oh, yeah. Like when someone agrees with you a little too much, it's kind of like, why?
Or when someone's like over the top into a personality trait sometimes. Like most people fall in the middle of most things.
Yeah.
When someone's just like, I don't want to say too much, but you can feel when things are performative.
Oh, for sure. I also am just like, I always operate under the idea that I am not special. I am not that great. So if someone likes me a little too much, I always think they're looking for something.
I said that to my tattoo artist today. We were talking about social media, and I thought I was probably going to like video some a couple things and end up like posting a video if that was okay. And she was like, yeah, great. And she asked what my social media was, and I told her, she's like, oh my gosh, you have like 130,000 followers almost. And I was like, I'm not special. I'm not an influencer. Oh, because she said, like, I tattooed another influencer, and I go, oh, no. I'm not an influencer.
From calling me an influencer.
I make content. I'm not influencing you to do anything. I am lucky to have the people that follow me that value the words that come out of my brain. I'm not an influencer in any shape, form, or fashion. I don't want to be associated with that at all. It's not who I am.
I've said the exact same thing to people before.
And I said, like, I told her, I was like, and like, if I'm doing something like getting a tattoo at a new shop and I have a good experience, I want to tell people that I have a good experience. Because if I do have this platform that I feel lucky to have, I want to use it to show these people, other people that I think are cool.
Yeah. No,
I used to do videos like all the time that would be like, here are the 5 people I think you should follow, and like tag them, and like smaller creators under like 50,000 or whatever. But anyway, yeah.
Don't recommend books to people. Actually, that's a terrible way to put that sentence. But
yeah, don't make someone have homework on a date.
No one. If someone wanted to be in school, they would be in school. They didn't hire you to be their private teacher. So don't fucking act like it. Or go Teach for America is looking for people. You can go teach English in China or some shit. You want to teach people lessons. Don't teach your dates. Anyway, bye.